Good morning, folks, and I do mean morning. It's 5:39 a.m. Saturday, November 19th, 2016. Excuse me, and the coffee burps are coming in. 5:40 a.m. Completion, fortitude, and movement. Genia, thank you, sweetie, for the gift you sent me. I want to show this. It's got Herky on there. It says, Herky, my buddy. And then over here it says, you're my hero. Genia, thanks, sweetie. And everyone else, thank you for what you're doing. I have to send out personal emails. Don't mind my hair. It's supposed to be like this. I've been up a long time. But I'll get up, knock out a video, and then I go get the animals taken care of, and then I get cleaned up. I want to talk about something that I knew I was going to need to do before I left. And I didn't turn it on. I didn't activate it till after I knew it was time, because I knew there'd be some issues. And that's thespiritualfoundation.com. I opened it up with Deanna, and there's no issues. She's doing a jam-up job. Excuse me. There's a lot of you out there that can give good consultations and stuff. I'm not taking anything away from anyone else. But the most powerful beings in physical bodies on this planet, you will find at thespiritualfoundation.com. Excuse me. The way we list the consults over there, that's going to change. There'll be an ICUC page, and then there'll be another page where they don't do crank ups. So other people will be listed there to help them. This isn't about Source, but Source is the strongest spirit there is, and as long as it's good, it's got its head in the proper place, like on its shoulders, not somewhere else, then they'll be working. They'll be listed there. Just because they're not on there does not mean they're not strong source spirit, but and doesn't mean that they can't crank you up. But that's where you're going to find your heavy hitters, those that are ready, and those that can. These, excuse me, these MMEs, Metaphysical Mayhem Event, kind of funny name. I don't know what to call it. It's just fun, metaphysical fun. There's a lot of relaxing, a lot of energy flow, a lot of cranking up, a lot of good things going. There's something similar that's going to be happening, at least after I'm gone. There's some very strong parts of Lily and Arae that'll be teaching. Actually having classes on awakening to help you understand more about yourself, your abilities, how to become yourself. They're the ones that, along with you, move all this forward. you have to want to wake up yourself. You have to take the time to relax a little bit. There's no exams. Excuse me. There's no exams. There's no studying. There is some information that's really good to have when you start seeing auras. What does that color represent? And over time, you just see it and feel it. It's a natural thing. Reading negativity in a person, using the 3 basic energy fields to utilize your recessed, hidden, dormant abilities to their max. This is going to happen. It's going to be like a school. There's a place on the East Coast, not on the water, but on the East Coast, where there's a large village, and the vast majority of everyone living there are strong Sepoian DNA. And there's a Sepoian ship there. I got sent up there. And I went up there, it was so quiet. There's nothing, almost nothing there. You want to talk about rural. It's up in the mountains. And there's a large lake. A large one. And not like the Great Lakes, it's just a large lake. It's not a little thing. It's the neatest thing in the world. I'm walking around the place and I'm just extending myself out and I'm feeling. It was just becoming dusk when I got there. I saw animals going by, bear, deer, all kinds of beaver, raccoon everywhere, all kinds of life around that area that had been passing through that near where I was. And then I relaxed. And then I said, okay, there's people watching me. So I opened up out into the town. And I could see there was people there that were in their houses, relaxed, like in a meditative state, and actually looking at me. And that's the weirdest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden, now people, there was nothing out here in the woods, okay? All of a sudden I heard like a... I'm doing a little fast. It was slower than that, like at least half that speed. And then I said, okay, and I looked at it and I said, damn, that is literally a ship. It's saucer shaped, which is the general Serpoian, what we call the Greys. That's their basic design. And the next thing you know, I saw like 1,000 eyes looking at me, 500 people, and they were just everywhere. I'm like, damn. So I tried to talk to some of them, then eventually just wound up leaving. There was supposed to be a school there. Eventually there will be. And there will be people coming there from other planets. There's a new age coming, folks. You know, it's time for the Earthlings to get their heads out of the sand, but we were literally kept like this by the original first being male and female, the original angels they were made to be servants, and they served. They were performing a function. I feel sad about it. Anyway, so until that happens, these folks here at the spiritualfoundation.com are not only the most powerful metaphysical beings on this planet, they're going to really lead you forward into where? It's a movement. It's a philosophy. It's a religion. No, they're helping you move forward to to open up into the real you. There's no movement. There's no whatever. It's called waking up. If you want to make a great movement about the Great Awakening, I'm in bed, I'm sleeping. Next thing you know, I'm walking. It's a process. Come on, folks. It's really cool. It's neat. It's exciting when you realize you have abilities and power that you never knew you had. You're so much more than you can understand right now. But there's so much more around you. You're going to see it. You're going to understand it. 7 years from now, the super freaks come out. They'll be 7 years old. And, excuse me, this I've known about for a long time. Well, 7 years. And they're going to be literally running all over the universe. They'll make appearances here on and off, but so their bodies came from very powerful male and female, excuse me, Lily and Arae source. And this is a wonderful opportunity for people to have a solid highway to cruise on, to wake up and become yourself. You have to get on the highway and drive, but the highway's there, folks. The information, the people. My job was to do what I did, and I've done it, okay? And to come here with a hammer and tear everything up. Go after everything that's abusive towards anything, and I have. I don't hold anything back. If I feel I need to, for the right reason, I will, but it's not something aggressive towards the idiots. Sometimes I don't say everything I, might say to someone because it's not the right way to go about it. And you can only understand so much. I found that out personally. There was no one there to wake me up. I was told to get screwed by the original first being female. I said, I need help with this. I want someone to study under. And she said, tough crap. So, but that's fine. It worked out just fine. Anyway, also in the field, you're going to feel the field energy inside you just softly giving you confidence. Not pushing you, not throwing you around, not making you do something. Giving you the feeling of confidence, so you're more relaxed about going ahead and doing something. Folks, on most planets, with sentient life, they wake up as they're born. They wake up in bodies. They're little children born. They grow up in a world where the metaphysical abilities are. It's like, hello, bread and butter, soup with water. I mean, it just is. And over here, y'all don't have that. But you do now. It's just starting. These folks will take good care of you, and there's others all over the world doing stuff to help, but you're going to find out. Until someone's really awake and they can see what's on the other side, they talk a lot of crap on what they're doing. The god, the goddess, the accumulation of goddesses and these angels and the whatever. Nah. That's not what's there. And as people start to wake up, these other people will either see it for themselves and change their philosophy or whatever they're saying, or they'll fade away. The more people start to see for themselves, and their gut intuition is going to be powering up more and more, and they'll get the feeling this ain't right. And the people that are stuck in the old way, well, they'll be stuck in the old way, but they'll know better, feel it, and they don't want to change. Whatever, it's all good. As long as they're not abusing anything, it's just that people more and more people want to wake up. They want to know the truth. They don't want to hear about this other stuff. If anybody says God or goddess, just leave. Stay the hell away from them. That's stupid. Okay, nothing's any better than anything else. That's the new philosophy. The old way is there's a God, get on your knees. All creation is equal. So, and it's going to stay like that. There's so much that's going to happen. I've been talking about for years. Meeting our friends. Well, first y'all awakening more, but very soon now. Very soon. Less than... It should be less than 2 years from now. You'll be seeing someone talking that's very humanish and not from here. And he will represent a group of beings from different planets that get together to have commerce with each other, to help each other, support each other. And that's what's going to be offered here. We need help because of what's been done to us by the problematic Anunnaki. Not Anunnaki, problematic Anunnaki. I used to call them Anunnakis. That's what they are, a bunch of ninnies. Funny word, but they've been abusing this planet and everything on it from the beginning. They're in the way out. They're in trouble. Big trouble. It's getting ready to drop right on them. And if you see that, then you meet the Fae. The Fae literally, or energy bodies, that's where kind of bodies we're going to have. Very, very, very similar. They can literally, you can see energy, you can see something like dull. You look at the wall, see something like a little dull. Then you see a soft glow. It's like a soft milky white looking color, and then it's got other colors in it, and then it comes together and makes a solid body. Reaches out a funny looking hand. Hi, how you doing? Shakes your hand, and then it can pull its arm back and go right back in energy. People would be like, oh, I saw God, and God looks different than the pictures. That's the Fae. And they're going to teach you. Over time, they're going to teach you coming in and out of bodies. Being energy, making a solid body, and then releasing it. And they take like nothing from the planet, okay? They cultivate life on the planet. They don't tear it up. These physical human bodies, these physical bodies are going to go. That's, it might take 2,000 years, but it'll be within 2,000 years. There's people running around that actually have Fae DNA in them, in their bodies. Anyway, the spiritual foundation will be on top of this all the time. I'll be talking with a lot of you. Lily's going to be, excuse me, as soon as Lily's in the field, as soon as she's finished healing, she's out in the field, that's going to be incredible, loving, comforting energy everywhere. And the typical process is for Lily to run for the female source, prominent female source spirit, to run the lives of people, have control over that. But it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be a joint Lily Arae thing at first, till everything settles down, and the two of them work on it together anyway, and then you all start running yourselves. It should be by 2020. And folks, that's not just this planet. There's over 4 trillion planets with life on them, with over, with hundreds of millions of lives on a minimum. So, anyway, thespiritualfoundation.com and the people in it are important to your awakening. It was imperative that I leave that with all of you. that I make it for you and leave it with you. I'll always do everything I can to help everyone. I don't know what else to do, and I don't want to do anything else. I like that. So, anyway, folks, there's going to be things happening. There's going to be things happening here that'll blow your mind. There'll be beings from other planets coming here in ships. There's actually going to be some schools where they all come together. There's going to be commerce. You'll see some walk through parks. Folks, this is real. It's, it hasn't happened yet, so it can't happen. Okay. The plane weighs how much, yet it can fly? It's not possible. It'll never happen. Okay. Anyway, folks, look, love you. I am not stating that anyone that's not on the that's not located on the spiritualfoundation.com can't help you. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying if you want help understanding what's really around and waking up, and if you want to get cranked up, that's where you should go. You have to be source to crank someone up, and there's no other source on this planet that's ready to crank anyone up that's not on the website. So I'll state that quite plainly. I see all this stuff. Anyway, folks, look, you'll rock. This is for you. Why not wake up? I love you, Herky. It can be a lot of fun. As people know in my consults, we have a blast. And these folks, their consults are much less expensive. I love you, Herky. They're very good. You okay, buddy? A little tired? I love you, buddy. Anyway, this is happening, folks. What the heck? And when you find out you have abilities and you can see things and do things, it just, damn, it's cool as hell. And it should be. It should be exciting for you to become yourself, who you really are. People used to like to go to quote-unquote psychics, or they still do, to get a reading for the future, find out where the money's coming in. Cool, I guess, but why not become yourself and do this for yourself naturally? Because that's who you really are. And why not be that? That's a good question for anyone that wants to become the true selves, to become awake, aware, to become all they can be. You don't have to join the Marines. Folks, I love you, man. Have fun and take care.